In looking back over the 52 years of my Foreign Service career and my World Food Prize tenure and service, and indeed looking back over the 77 years of my life, there are several patterns. On the one hand, when I was very young, grade school and high school, gosh, we were moving all the time. From New York, several places in New York City, to La Crosse, Wisconsin, then Central Illinois, and Dubuque, Iowa. Ended up living in 7 different houses. I went to 6 different schools in 5 different cities and in 4 states. We're on the move all the time. So you'd think I'd be this sort of traveler. But in fact, while we moved around in the U.S., such an extent, never really settled anywhere until we got to Dubuque, Iowa, that by the time I was 24, I had never been on an airplane, never flown on a plane, never been outside the United States. And then when I was 26 and joined the Foreign Service and be getting on the plane to fly off to Japan, to Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Vietnam, 1/3 of my life. Never done anything internationally. And now here, looking back, I've been to more than 80 countries and have flown hundreds of thousands of miles all over Asia, Africa, Latin America, Central America, Europe. Been an extraordinary odyssey. It's taken me to China, remote parts of China so many times, to incredible architectural and archaeological landmarks like Machu Picchu in Peru, Angkor Wat in Cambodia, the incredible pyramids in Egypt. And to see and so many aspects of life. And along the way, to be part of so many incredible different adventures, historic occasions, big developments that will be in history books. I remember from my interview with the Foreign Service examiners and whether I'd get accepted or not, and they had asked me what would I see for myself in the future, and you're going to be ambassador, you're going to be Secretary of State, and I said, well, maybe if I could be a footnote to history. And I got that footnote on Robert Johnson's History of the American People, page 909 in the hard copy book, about my work on the Cambodian border, identifying who the Khmer Rouge were for the first time anybody in the world identified them, wrote about it, called attention to them. And to be at the White House when Richard Nixon left and Gerald Ford is sworn in, to be there as Saigon is falling, the end of the Vietnam War, to be involved even tangentially in the U.S. and China establishing diplomatic relations, to be the only American senior official ever invited to Iran to speak in Iran, to be creating events that could bring Palestinians and Israelis together. It's been a remarkable journey to seeing all these places, seeing the world, to be in remote parts of Laos and Burma, now known as Myanmar, and up on the Golden Triangle of Thailand and Laos and Myanmar, to travel about India, to be gone to Bali before it became a big tourist destination, to have watched the incredible transformation of East Asia and the economic explosion, the modernization, the incredible achievements taking place there, and to watch the transformation inside America, of the civil rights movement, the opening of opportunities for minorities, the development of things like Medicare to treat citizens so well. Somehow, kid born in the Bronx, grew up in Dubuque, Iowa, lived at home while I went to college, the only college I could possibly afford, the only way I could have gone to college. To have done all this, to be an American ambassador, and to have had the privilege of serving our country and to fight for our country and to have been part of so many historic events, witnessed thereto. I never would have imagined going to high school and college in Dubuque that anything like that ever might have been possible.